Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got two huge matches in store with Newcastle that could completely alter things at the top of the Premier League. And those two matches are against Liverpool and Manchester United. Two very, very difficult games in store. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you've been here before with us in this FM23 Beta Newcastle series. We can see we are in April at the business end of the Premier League. And as I mentioned, two very difficult ties ahead of us that could completely alter things in the Premier League. Because as you can see at the moment, we've snuck up on United. We are now 3 points behind Manchester United, who we play today. If we just have a look, for some reason we can't do it there. If we just have a look at both our schedules, we'll have a look at what we've done in the last few matches as well. We can obviously see we had Manchester City, that draw, and then we had the match against Leeds in the last episode. We did go on to lose the replay against Manchester City, the first time we've lost to them this season, which wasn't great. But we've done really well in the league. 5-2 win against Southampton, a draw against Norwich, and then wins against Villa, Watford and Burnley, which admittedly are at the lower end of the table. Looking ahead, we have got Liverpool, we've got Man United, Spurs and Chelsea in the second half of this season. If we have a look at Man United's run-in, and we go all the way down here, they've got us. They've also got Liverpool and they've got Manchester City. So there is the potential for them to drop points. Whether they will or not is a different thing. This is going to be our team to use for that first match against Liverpool, though. We've got Maignan in goal, Mendy, Salisu, Tiete and Karsdorp as our back four, although that shouldn't really be like that. Tiete should be there, and Silva's going to be in the side. He was injured in the last match, so he wasn't playing. Declan Rice, Tielemans and Suchek in midfield, Kavrat, Palmer and Alexander Isak. The only one that would normally be different is Jurrien Timber is injured. So Karsdorp starting over on that right-hand side. And I've just realised I need to turn the volume off or it's going to all deafen you, because I'm a horrible person that plays with the mat sounds on unless I'm watching something. But mostly it's with mat sounds because I'm kind of bulk playing matches in between episodes. And it's just a case of get it done. Sometimes when it's like 2 in the morning and you're recording. Anyway, Liverpool going to be kicking us off in this match, as we can see. And Mendes has instantly brought down a Liverpool player. That's not the start we wanted. We do get away without a card, though, which I will take. And we are away from home. It's worth acknowledging that in this match as well, which could make things a little bit more difficult for us. We have got a corner ourselves, though. Does find the head of Tiete, but not managed to be directed properly on target on that occasion. We have had such, regardless of what happens in these next couple of matches, because as I said, I generally do think they might potentially be title deciders, especially if we get points here and then we manage to beat Man United, which is very, very unlikely. But, you know, weirder things have happened this season. Regardless of what happens in those two matches, we have made such a vast improvement in this third and final season with Newcastle. The fact that we're not only in the top 4, but we are solidly in the top 4. We're probably going to finish, I'd imagine, top 2. Obviously, we still have to play Chelsea. We still have to play Liverpool. Case in point, we're playing Liverpool now, who are the 3rd and 4th place teams. But to even be in that top 4 is very, very good. To be challenging at this point in the season for the Premier League is absolutely fantastic. We've had our dodgy moments, but this Newcastle team, Palmer's gone down. This Newcastle team this season has really, really come together. I'm guessing this is going to be a VAR check on whether or not this was in the box. I would suggest at first glance it is not in the box and it is no penalty. I am correct. Do we need to go to VAR for that? I could see that, and I'm on dodgy match graphics. You're meant to be in real life. Tielemans going to be the man to deliver this one, though. Probably, I'd imagine, to the back post. It is to the back post to Declan Rice. It falls after being saved by Alisson to that man, Alexander Isak, who I've mentioned in the last episode has been in some absolutely awful form. And maybe this was knocking back into some form just there. I mean, that's probably the easiest goal he's ever going to score in his career. It basically gets palmed out at his head. His head was just in the right place at the right time along with the rest of his body. But it does mean we go in at the break 1-0 up against Liverpool. And if we can just keep up with this, we'll be doing all right. We can see we are actually going about punch for punch in terms of shots, in pretty much punch for punch in terms of possession and overall control of the game. And we've done that, just dropped back to balance, but the rest of our tactic obviously staying the same. We haven't dropped down to 2 defensive midfielders for a while now. We haven't felt the need to drop down the tempo or anything like that in the big games recently, because we've been doing so well with our formation. It was actually causing us more trouble trying to be defensive than it was trying to go and get a goal. We made a bit of a hash of that one, but Maignan has managed to save it. I still don't know if that's how you say his name or not. I do speak French, and he is a French player, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's a French player. So I'm kind of assuming that is how you say his name. That was how I would say it if I saw it when I was in France. Whether or not that actually reflects how we would say it in English and how we'd expect to hear it on an English YouTube channel is a completely different question. But that's what's just going to come on here for Mendy's because he's looking a bit tired. We're just going to make that one substitution as we head towards the end of this second half. Cole Palmer now looking he's tired. We'll just leave it a couple more minutes, because I don't really want to fiddle too much here. But Palmer now, Hudson-Odoi can come on there. I just saw Arthur Tiete is tired as well, so Salisu can come on for him. Declan Rice, again, tired. Danilo can come on there. And we'll leave one more substitution to make in the dying minutes and try and waste a little bit of time against Liverpool if it is needed. We could always go and get a second. That would be even better. But equally, as we can see, Liverpool still very capable of getting there first. That one straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, though. We will take that all day long. And I think now we probably make that substitution. And we probably make it defensively. So Karsdorp can come off and Kieran Trippier can come over on that right-hand side. Karsdorp, the man, going to be taking the throw-in at the moment. He has got a nice long throw on him. So if he could aim just here, or alternatively, we could just stare at his face going for a full 20 seconds and then not get the highlight. Either way, though, it is 3 points won against Liverpool. It looks like United have won their match as well. In fact, yeah, we can see it over here, 3-0. We end up with a bit more of a gap between us, Chelsea and Liverpool. We've got a game in hand. It is all going really, really well at the moment. But we have got to go face United now. And if I remember rightly, the last time we faced them, we did get a little bit battered. Yeah, 4-0. 4-0, and it wasn't even close. This could be a very, very difficult match. Okay, heading into that match against Man United then, we have got a fully rested team and we have left it completely unchanged compared to that match we just had against Liverpool. We have had a pre-team meeting with the guys as well, let them know that, you know, this probably decides the title, at least for us. I think if we win, it doesn't necessarily mean that Man United aren't winning the title. But if we lose, it definitely means that we aren't. I think that kind of makes sense in my head anyway. Man United are very, very on top here early on. We are at home, so we have home advantage. We don't seem to be doing a huge amount with it at the moment. Although we do have a throw-in and Karsdorp's going to be taking it, launching it into the area. It is cleared away by a United defender. I didn't see who though, and they go on the counter. What we do need to do is do what we are doing and press them high up the pitch, not give them a lot of time on the ball, and just hope that they try a long ball that we can sweep away. Or make a mistake. If they play it short like that, though, like they have just done to Rashford, we are going to find it very difficult to take it off them. And Kalulu there finding loads of space. Anthony, we've managed to clear that one, but it's gone horribly wrong as we've just cleared it straight into the back of one of our own players. We did get away with that one there. And it is going to be a very long, hard game by the looks of it. Corner for us, though. Mendy's into Antonio Silva. Antonio Silva's got the goal. Oh, that could be game-changing. If we can just ride our luck a little bit now And it is going to be, if we can just ride our luck a little bit now, and we can manage to not concede, this could be the year we win the title. We'd have gone from a team that finishes mid-table every season to a team... I mean, we've gone from a team that's mid-table every season to a team that's challenging for the league. It's a free kick here. Tielemans into the box, and it does look like someone has been pushed. We are going to go to VAR, and we're going to determine whether this is a penalty. This would be absolutely game-changing if we can go 2-0 up. The penalty has been awarded. It should be Tielemans taking it. It's Tielemans taking it. Come on, lad. Come on, lad. Bottom left. It isn't. It's straight down the middle. But it doesn't matter because it has gone in the back of the net. 4th goal of the season for Tielemans. I think all of them are penalties, to be fair. Maybe one isn't. 2-0 up against Manchester United, who are currently in first. Well, I say they're currently in first. It now means that we are in first with a positive goal difference. Our goal difference now better than theirs because of us winning here today by 2 goals or more. Kavarat, that's what we need to do to go top. Souček into Isaac, holds up the ball, but it is nicked off him by Varane there. And forward to Rashford. Luckily, no one there when he nods his header on, and now Karsdorp bringing it forward, running towards the centre of the pitch, has a shot from range on the edge of the box. It was very... I mean, it wasn't a very good shot, was it, really? It was quite soft, running along the ground, very easy for the goalkeeper to get to, and probably a little bit of a waste. But I think if you'd offered me 2-0 up against Manchester United at half-time at the start of this match, I would have bit your hand off. Tielemans into Palmer. It hit the crossbar. Oh, that was so unlucky. I don't think, even now, I'm not fully confident that we go on and win this match. I would love a third. If we go 3 goals up, we probably clinch it. But 2 goals, I don't think is enough here against this Manchester United team this season. They have been in spectacular form. We're really, really lucky building up to this, that they had just a poor run. I think they lost to someone in the Champions League, and that seemed to affect their league form as well, which is ideal for us. Not great for them, but absolutely fantastic for us. Tielemans here to the far post, to Tieté. It does manage to get his head to it, but it just glancing the crossbar there as it goes over, and we are into the 70th minute of the game. We probably need to make some substitutions here as we head into 75 minutes. Cole Palmer was the first to look tired, so St. Maximin can come on out. I didn't put Hudson-Odoi on the bench. That was silly. Declan Rice is tired as well. Again, these are all very simple swaps. Danilo comes on. Tielemans looking tired. Fernandez comes on for him, and we just leave our final substitution, much like we did in the match against Liverpool, to later on if we want to waste a little bit of time. 80th minute then, and Manchester United in our half with a throw-in. It is headed away, but Manchester United still on the ball. Maguire's still there. That's unusual. Karsdorp to Kavarat. Yeah, Maguire's normally moved on at this point in the game. I say that. I've never been to this point in the game. I am purely basing that on FM23. It's a ball into Isaac. It is saved by Onana there, but it is going to go out for a corner, which will allow us to keep some pressure on here. Danilo, the man taking this. I don't think I've ever seen him take a corner. I guess all of our corner takers are off the pitch at the moment. Pedazwa now. Over to Fernandez. Back to Pedazwa. That is absolutely awful. Not what we wanted. Never mind. Thomas Lemar then. He's going to be our 5th and final substitution coming on the left-hand side for Kavarat. And we're into injury time. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got possibly our biggest win of the season. That could be the win that clinches us the title. It does put us top of the league. We are obviously equal on points now with Manchester United. We are 7 points clear of 3rd place Chelsea, 10 points clear of 4th place Liverpool. Absolutely amazing. It is only on goal difference though, so the upcoming matches are going to be massively important. What would be ideal here if we go and have a look at Manchester United, if I'm going to find anywhere to click on their name, there's one. Their next match I believe is Liverpool. So if they could drop a point or a couple of points against Liverpool, That would be absolutely amazing. We'd be very, very happy with that. And then they have got to play Manchester City. Manchester City, you just thumped them 5-1 in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. So there is still points that they could drop this season. On our side, we've got a match against Spurs and Everton. I think then we probably come back for the last 2 games of the season, which are Chelsea and Crystal Palace, dependent on what else happens in the next few games. Obviously, if we look like there's something that could majorly change the title race in the next 3 games, cool. But if not, then the last episode of this series will be tomorrow's episode against Chelsea and Crystal Palace. I'm aware that depending exactly how this all falls and where it does, this might overrun when the new game is released. But I think it's important to finish this save, especially when we could become Premier League champions, which is definitely not something I think anyone saw coming into this season, especially given our really dodgy form in the first 2 seasons in charge. But if you have enjoyed that one and are excited with the potential of us winning the Premier League in tomorrow's episode, then please do hit a big like down below. It really, really helps out, and hit the subscribe button as well. It is very much appreciated, guys. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow when Newcastle might be becoming Premier League champions.